Hello and welcome to Sector 4 Racing. It is round 2 and boy am I excited because we have 16 drivers, the most we've had compared to I think it was 9 last time. So very excited. Things are working. We've also got game audio, which I don't believe we had last time. So things are good. Hopefully everything's going to go to plan this time. Let me just double check everything is working in terms of stream, because otherwise that's not going to be good. It seems to be. So let me introduce you to the new drivers. Jake, he is the one who joined literally I think a few hours ago. So yep, welcome to the league, Jake. Power Hayes was here round 1, so was Dark Shadow, Mr. Pants. One new mental. He's new. Joined today as well. Jack Craig, Chimp, Silver. I'll call him Chimp because that's his PSN username. It's what I've known him from. I've known him for a few months, but he is new here, so welcome as well. Ewan was here since day 1, so was Jenga, Cam, Paulie. Paul is what I call him. He's also new. He signed up last week, but couldn't make last week. So he's here. Pavo Petaloma. He's new. Sylvan's was here last week. Aspect, he is new. He seems to be rapid, so we will see how he is. Ryan Lat is new, and Boss Blue we already had last week. Hopefully he will have a better race compared to what he had before. So let's go and watch some laps. Who is on a lap and who isn't? Mr. Craig, he is actually I think, yeah, Mr. Craig. Let's watch him board with him. Jack Craig had a solid race last week. He said he didn't think he had that much pace, but I disagree. I think he had good pace. He comes across the line, first lap, a 1:6.0. So that's the benchmark for our drivers to set. Boss Blue, a 1:7.0. Trying to find who's on laps and who isn't. I think the McLaren might be Mr. Pants. He is on a lap. With I think, is that Pavo behind him? It is, so very close together. Let's see what Mr. Pants can do though in the McLaren. He will go and set a 1:66. And here we go, this is the fast laps. Pavo a 1:48. As Dark Shadow a 1:7.3 puts him into 5th. We've now got a Haas of Ryan, who goes and sets a 1:6.0 as well with Jack Craig. So times are getting quite close here. Vivesia, Sylvan, a 5.7. Still Pavo though, miles ahead so far. Right, who else we got? We've got Paul. I think he's on a lap. Yep, because the other two are peeling into the bits. Oh no, there's Williams. Let's watch on board with Paul. What can he say? As Momentum all goes into 3rd. Paul goes P2, a 4.9, a 10th behind Pavo. Good lap there. As Jenga Boy goes P3, a 5.0. Now, here we go. Is there anyone else on a lap here? Power Hayes. Yeah, Power Hayes. He is the next to set a lap. Purple set to 2, according to the game. How much do we trust that? I don't know. But we'll find out in a minute, as Ferrari peels into the pit lane. Shouldn't affect him too much. It doesn't. As Power Hayes comes around the final corner, what's it going to be? It's P5, 5.7, Aspect. The man who says he's rapid. Here we go, a 4.7, a 10th ahead of his teammate. So maybe hyping himself a little bit too much, Aspect, because he's not that as quick as he's been making out. Only 0.2 behind Paul, 1/10 behind Pavo. So who knows? Let's see what happens though. Big Boy Juan is about to start his lap in the Cadillac. Let's see what the man from Manchester can set. P5, a 5.4. Decently close grid so far. As that is Pavo. What is Pavo doing? What is going on with Pavo? Has he been disqualified? Has he been? What is? I don't know what's happened to Pavo here, but he's off the circuit. Um, right. Ryan Latt. Let's see what he can do in the Haas. Oh, that's wide, and that is not going to be a validated lap. Cam Rules up on his lap time slightly. We've got a RB actually. Let's watch on board with Sylvan, who's going to pop himself. Stays P5. Cam Rules stays behind. Intermediate tyres for Boss Blue. He has a thing for running wet tyres on a bone dry track, and that's invalidated for Silver, so not ideal for him. Big Boy Ewan on another lap with, I think that's Jenga Boy, who's invalidated. Ewan starting a lap, so yeah, Monumental across the line, stays P9, not an improvement. These guys are struggling to actually improve on their laps here. As Jack Craig starts his lap. Let's watch on board. Maybe not. Trying to find someone who's on a decent lap. It's actually quite hard to find. Aspects on a lap. Let's watch on board with him, shall we? So, I don't actually know where this man is from. He's a mystery. He's just known for apparently hyping himself up, saying he is rapid. So let's find out. Whoa! Be careful, you don't want to be crashing in the pit lane. So let's watch on board with Jack, who's only a tiny weeny bit ahead of his personal best. A little bit wide there, he had to lift off. As is he going to get a slipstream? He's actually backed out of the lap, interestingly. Didn't think he would, but he has, so that is him not knowing where to go. Come on, Jack, make your mind up. Who else have we got? Trying to set a lap here. There is someone starting a lap. Boss Blue on the intermediates. There's no point watching him. Mr. Pants, let's watch on board with him. Let's do a lap with Mr. Pants as he starts the lap. Let's see what he can do. Into turn one, you want to run your car to the left to get the exit. Good. Into turn one, decent. As he goes and gets a slipstream from an Aston Martin who is driving really slowly there. Into turn three, because there's a tiny little bit of a corner on the straight. Into the hairpin. Oh, a little bit loose there, but nothing too bad. As into turn four. Let's see what he can do. Looks decent enough. Getting a little bit of a slipstream here from the car ahead. Only a little. Into turn six, you want to run on that curb, not too much like he did there, kind of spat his car out a little. Into seven. 7 tenths up, not bad so far. Into turn eight, kind of a little kink, isn't it? And then the final two corners, horrible. Run a little bit wide, and that is your lap over. He manages a little bit cautious there, but he does it into turn 10, and it is going to be a 1.6.0. I'm struggling to talk. Who else have we got on laps? Let's watch on board with Pavo, because he seems to have good pace, does the man from Aston Martin. Let's see, as Aspect also starting a lap. So these two at the moment are the ones to beat. Paul is probably eyeing up them. Is Chimp on a lap? No, he isn't. So he seemingly is just doing practice runs at this point. Trying to keep an eye on who's on laps and who isn't. It's very difficult. Sylvan is starting a lap. Power Hayes isn't. Yes, very hard. I'm going to stick on board with Pavo. He is 5 tenths quicker on his lap. Wow, okay. This guy, by the way, kept saying, oh, I haven't played this game for half a year. Oh! Good save, but that would have cost him time. A 1.682 puts him fastest. Aspect then a 10th up on his lap time. Also a bit slidey through turn 9. But it is going to be a 1.45. These guys. Ooh, okay, what is going on with that Aston Martin? That is not what we want to see. Hard racing, I'm all for, but that's not hard racing. That's just being a total dickhead. Sylvain Vessia is down on his lap time. He won't be Jenga starting his lap. I'm not a fan of what just happened there. Yeah, I hope these guys aren't gonna fuck about here, because they're new. And yeah, I'm sure Paul is not gonna be a big fan. Ryan's not doing a lap. Is Paul? So Paul's gonna start another lap. I presume that was gonna be a lap, but the Aston got in the way. So we'll keep an eye on him. Ewan starting a lap. These guys are going again. I'm surprised. I think it was Pavo. Doesn't have front wing damage, but Ryan looks like he's not up on his lap. So these guys are all down on their laps. So rather doing in laps or they're just struggling. Sylvan is starting another lap. So everyone's doing 2 out laps. Is this a meta? I've personally never done Austria as Jenga's into the pit lane, so that's another one. Was there a bit of slipstream there from the 2 Astons? It's not going to matter because they both invalidated. Jack Craig, let's see what he can do. On the medium compound, he's invalidated. Let's go to Paul then. Let's see what he can do. Can he put a challenge to the Aston Martins? Goes across the line. Goes quickest. Okay, so Paul has a bit in him there. Pole position so far. Big boy Ewan, 4.9. Good lap from Ewan there as the Aston Martins are going to go again. Well, Pavo is anyway. Or is he? I don't know what he's doing. Ryan into the pit lane. Sylvan, let's see what he can do in his RB. And he goes through the final 2 corners into the pit lane. These go. Oh, Sylvan! Jesus! Fucking hell. Be careful, man. Someone's lost his head. So, at the moment, Paul's leading. Only just, though. It's very close. Let's get the gaps up. Hang on, let's watch and see what Boss Blue's doing while we get the gaps. Look at that. So the top 3 separated by a 10th, and then there's a massive gap, 4 tenths from Ewan and then Jenga. Jenga, who won very dominantly in oh, that's unfortunate. He was up on his lap. Who dominated in oh, that's head loss. Ewan going again. He is. Yeah, Jenga dominated in Bahrain. Not looking so dominant right now though. Down in 5th place in the RB. As Boss Blue has thrown the car off the circuit. It's only qualifying. I don't see an issue with him doing that. Is this a certain Kaya Langston giving Big Boy Ewan a little toe here? I think it is. Which is all fine. Jenga Boy is about to start a lap, and so is Cam. So keep an eye on these guys, see what they can do. All 3 of them really, including Ewan, definitely have the pace to challenge. Ewan a 10th up on his lap, a little bit understeering, and that's going to be invalidated. I don't think he's going to be too bothered. He can just about get in and out of the pit lane. So it won't be too harsh on himself. Jenga Boy, a 10th up on his lap. We are going to put the lap times back up. I do apologise about the frame rates dropping. I can't really do anything about it. But yeah, the game used to run perfectly fine on my PC. I don't know what's happened recently though. It just does not like me, which is very unfortunate. Um, Jack Craig says, my personal best for fuck's sake. 6.0 is his personal best from what he's been practicing. Jenga Boy coming up to a fair bit of traffic, including his own teammate. Will that affect his lap time though? As he comes across the line, a little bit of slipstream from the cars ahead. He improves, but not by enough to move him position-wise. Cam Rolls, the current only admin in the league, has definitely not going to improve on that lap time. I presume he's going to start it again. As Monumental backs off, he's going to do another lap. And let's go to the man, the myth, the legend, Kaya, who, what is he doing? I don't think he's improving on that lap, so I presume he's going to go for another one. Who's the Haas? Paul, the quickest guy right now. I just realised Aspect is not on a lap. So these guys doing back-to-back outlaps again. I didn't know this was a thing. I haven't raced enough on this game. Let's see what Chimp can do. That was very close to invalidate, and he's invalidated anyway. Mr. Pants, let's see what he can do. He's invalidated. Ryan, let's see what Ryan can do. He's on an outlap. Never mind. Sylvan, he's not started a lap. Jake, is that him finishing a lap? He's 16 seconds down. Power Hayes starting a lap. Cam Rules is on a lap. What's it going to be? Sixth place, 151. Will that stay there though? That was a very unstable car from whoever that was I just went on to. Who's that going across the line? Monumental, who's starting his lap. Kaya's round wide. Paul, let's see, can he improve? No, he can't. Has he just invalidated both laps there? He has. That is qualifying over for him. What can Pavo do in the Aston Martin? Can he go and get pole position? He can't. Only P3 for him. What about Aspect? Can he improve? He can. A 4.83 goes quickest and pole position for the time being. It's not all over yet. Mr. Pants cannot improve on his lap. He's invalidated. We've got the other Haas, Ryan, into the pit lane. Chimp, can he set a valid lap? No, he cannot. Vettia, can he set a lap anything competitive? No, he can't. He stays P7 behind Cam. Power Hayes, he was quite competitive last week. Only 9th place. Jenga Boy, the winner of last week's race, stays P5. Big Boy Juan, can he set a valid lap time? He will. Is it going to be anything competitive? A 4.8 valid. You know what? Good lap time from you in there. Kaya's taken out a polystyrene board. That's not very nice. But it is Aspect on pole position by a 10th of a second. Paul P2 and Pavo P3. BitBoy Joan, I think, is, to be honest, my surprise. He does not practice. I don't know where this pace has come from, but fair fucks. Jenga Boy 5th, I'm sure he's going to be slightly disappointed with that. Cam Rules P6. I think he will be quite happy with that going into the race. Sylvan P7, I don't think he's going to be happy with that. He should be beating Cam. Cam won't like me saying that, but he should be. Momentum 8th. Power Hayes is probably. Would he be disappointed? P9? Maybe. I don't know. I can't go through the rest of the grid because the game just decides to kick me off. Let's see. So, here's the grid order. Aspect from pole, Paul P2, Pavo P3, Ewan 4th, Jenga 5th, Cameron 6th, Sylvan 7th, Monumental 8th, Power Hayes 9th, Ryan 10th, Mr. Pants 11th, Jack Craig 12th, Jake 13th, Dark Shadow 14th, Boss Blue 15th, the slowest lap time, and Chimp, who never set a lap. He told me he'd start from the back, but I'm convinced he was trying to set a few laps there. That is your grid for the Austrian Grand Prix. Aspect says a 4.2 was possible. um, Jenga is not happy. He has said, no pace in your P3, yeah, nice one. Bin these guys off, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Um, these guys are definitely quick. But that'll be discussions after the session. I have said already that we will let these guys race tonight and then see where pace matches with people, and yeah. So we will see, we will see. We also need to discuss next week, next 2 weeks, because I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen there. I'm hoping we can find a host because I won't be there myself. So yeah, the crowd cheering on. I always say this. They're cheering on nothing. Woo! Yeah, look at this. Still drivers doing nothing, getting prepped for the race. Woohoo! Yeah. Surprised there's no selfie sticks out there, to be honest. Nope, they're just cheering on nothing. Lord, they're on the roof up there. Do they even have permission to be up there? I don't think they are. I don't think I've ever seen anyone on a roof up there, but okay. Breaking laws, are we? Interesting. Here we go then. 3, 4, 5 red lights. Formation lap's meant to be on, but it's not. It's lights out. And away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix in Sector 4 Racing. Who's got the better start? It looks like Aspect has, but he's quit. And it's caused chaos in the background because of it. Paul, we're going to look at that. Oh, there's DNFs everywhere. Dear, what has happened? These guys have fucked off into the lead. We've had 3 DNFs already as Paul and Pavo are going side by side. Can Pavo take the lead of the race? No, Paul's going to defend it. And Paul takes the lead of the race. Where is the safety car in all of this? There's been 2 DNFs, and that's Jack Craig off the circuit. What is going on? I don't know what's going on here. Aspect is still in the lead, technically speaking. I don't know how, but he is. But a 3-second gap between Paul, Pavo, and Bavesia, who's in P4. I'm shocked to see no calls for a restart, to be honest. I don't believe there's been any calls for a restart, but that was... Oh, Cam's saying there's a restart. I never personally agreed to that, but Cam says what Cam says. These two are still fighting. How do we tell these guys? There's no race. Can I... How do I do this? Is there a way I can go into game chat? No? Okay, well. Everyone's DNFing. Paul, do you want to swipe out a cheeky Aston? This is great battling, which is really annoying. Look at these two go. Oh, Pamo getting a bit out of shape. They're still going side by side, and that is Paul who takes P2. It's not going to matter, but good racing between them both, to be fair. We're now going to cut out of this because, yeah. It's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Those two were having the time of their fucking lives as well. So what happened with Aspect, actually? You know what? I'm on PC. I can show you. How do I get to my screen on display capture? Can you see my screen? I believe you. No, you can't. Give me a second, boys. Oh, here we go. There you go. So what's happened here with Aspect here? His screen's just blank. Lovely game, EA. So Axel Eddy says he can join. But yes, not ideal. So we will be having a restart to the race. Let me just chat in the chat real quick. So Eddie is going to join us. Looks like everyone's been having it's been what? Looks like everyone's been having issues with their thing. Boss Blue also had a communicating with online servers error, which isn't great. Let me quickly. I've not done a lobby restart in God knows how long, so um, you're gonna have to bear with me while I send Cameron the grid. And then we can hopefully get going. I do apologize. I know this isn't great. um, so yes, I don't know what we can do here while we wait. I will. What shall we do? Should we do some? I don't know. What do we do in this situation? Do some time trial. I don't know. What can I do to entertain? Go into the Mercedes. We'll go Austria. Fuck it. It's my league. I do what I fucking want. Oh, Cam's invited me now. Never mind. Uh, hurry up, game. I'm already regretting my decisions now. Right. We'll get out of this car. Jesus. As soon as I load into a session, like the game just freaks out. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So yes, Cam is now gonna moan at me because I went on to time trial. You need to make the weather the same. Chimp says that is a very valid point. I believe we were expected rain, so going to message Cam. Oh, Jesus. Uh, 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 uh. How does he not know how to do the weather? Honestly, like, you wouldn't believe these guys. Right, who are we looking for? Boss Blue, he needs an invite. Who else needs an invite? What's Ryan in this? Wave wanted a formation lap, by the way. Yes, well, Cam's the host. Aspect. He's changed his name. And then he'll invite us me because I don't have him on it. Who are we missing? guessing. I think Jim's already in the session. Oh, the hell went on there? Paul should be in there. Monumental. This guy's showing off his run. Thanks, mate. George, you want an invite? Of course, fucking hell. George. I can't see him on it. Ah, there he is. Oh, we invited him. Well, my thing is this a different guy? Jake needs an invite as well. What is going on here? I'm confident that some of these guys aren't on here, or I'm completely blind. Am I blind? I can't see these guys. I had these guys. Have I already got him in? Why are these guys not popping? I need to put myself on spectator as well. He is in. Okay, cool. I'm gonna add every single one of these guys as EA friends. I feel like I should have done this before. But dumb me, eh? Add as friend. Kai already got. Jack Craig I already have. That's all Eddie. Add as friend. Boss Blue already got him. Aspect I have. Sylvan I have. I have you. Do I have you in as a friend? I do. Not. No. Pablo as EA friend. Cam already got Mr. Pants. Add as EA friend. What is the connection? What, is the session not... Where's Cam? He's green. Jake needs an invite, but I can't find him on here. You're getting a lovely view of my friends list. I'm pretty sure Jake's on Xbox as well, which kind of fucks me up more. Why is there now another Merc? He's in Merc. Normally. What's it like? What's it like? Fuck me. I'm on PC. What's your Steam? We'll do it through Steam. Thing is, we can't do... Right, he sent me his profile. Cool. Right, let's do this. I do apologize, guys. I know this is very inconvenient. This has not been very well managed. We will get... How do I... Why do I have to sign in to bloody Steam to add him as a friend? I don't bloody get it. No, let's go QR code. I've already done this. Sign into Steam. You signed in. Thank you. Right. Add friend. I have sent him a friend request, so now Jake should hopefully add me. Why is... Chimp. Why is no one inviting Chimp, man? Why do you have to make my life so much fucking harder? Oh, Jake Boy is now here. Fuck's sake. Chimp, 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 chimp. Silver, 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 silver. Where are you? Chimp. Right, let's invite him again. He should already should be in. I'd have thought someone would have invited him. It's on the PlayStation chat. um, attendance. Send it again, please. Never mind. Got it. Uh, this should not take this long to fucking do. Oh, they are in. Right, Jake needs. He's gone into his car. I'm sure we had 18 now. Or did we have 16? Oh, we did only have 16. Okay, beautiful. So we've actually obviously gained one person. Um, Cam saying we have a driver up. I think anyway. Okay, we're readying up. Beautiful. We can get this going. Thank God. Next time I shall figure out something to do while we wait. Put something on the screen or something funny. I don't know. What can I do? Like, this is the most boring part of any sort of race is sitting here for God knows how long. Like, it is so long just sitting there doing nothing or inviting. On a stream, it looks boring as well because what are you meant to watch? Just me inviting people. Like, it is so crap. But we are going, and we've got a formation lap. Thank God. Hopefully, I really hope. Forgot the formation lap again. Sick one. I've given him the. He should have saved the setups. Here we go then. We are loading in. Hopefully. Please don't break again. I don't have the patience. Aspect's already left. Because ghosting's off. His AI is going to be a terrorist. Can I invite him actually? I can invite him. Ooh, ding dong. Here we go. Aspect. What is your name? I can't remember your name. Aspect. Here we go. Lights out. Oh, there is formation lap. He told me there was no formation lap. Okay, so we seems like people are just crashing aspects out anyway. So, sorry, aspect. It's not looking good, blood. Top 10 on hards. Interesting. 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th for mediums. Boss Blue on the hards. He is miles behind. He wants to get everyone's tyres nice and cold. Axel Eddie is on mediums, and Silver starting in dead last place. I'm going to very quickly, if I can. Oh, Paul, that's not the right direction, sir. Um, doing donuts is really probably not good for your tyres, but sir, what are you doing? Cool. I can't remember what I was gonna do. Let's just get this over and done with, shall we? Fucking hell. Waiting for Boss Blue to make everyone's tyres nice and juicy and cold. Apparently it's a 2-stop or a 3-stop even in this race. Definitely will be for Paul if he carries on doing shit like that. Right, here we go then. Here we go. Please, I beg his AI don't crash. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out. And away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix. Paul takes off into the lead of the race. That's kind of what you expect. Paul takes the lead from Pavo. Aspert's AI is in third. Jenga Boy fourth. Bavessia fifth. This is going to be very hard to keep an eye on what's happening. Ewan and oh, hang on, here we go. Fight for the lead here. Paul getting overtaken by the Aston Martin. Paul defends it though, manages to keep it up the inside, but we got the second straight to go. Who gets the better run? It looks like Paul might have the place. There's yellow flag. I think Boss Blue might have gone off in the background, but it is Paul from Pavo. Meanwhile, I was going to say, oh, we got a VSC. There's no safety car on the circuit. Boss Blue out of the session. And I'm more and more scared of Aspects AI because it has been a massive cock block for everyone. Is anyone going to appear? Unless anyone has damage. I don't see any damage on anyone. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to Boss Blue, but kind of, I'm sure he's probably a little bit gutted here because he has kind of turned up, done quali. Quali's not gone very well for him. He's then had to do a whole lobby restart to then DNF on lap one, which is unfortunate for Boss Blue, but nevertheless, we have a fight for the lead. Let's look at positions gained here. How do I do? I can't remember how to fucking do these things anymore. It's been so long. Here, there we go. So Bavesio gains 3 positions. Aspect, I need to ignore him. Axel Eddy has gained 3. Apart from that, it's kind of just stayed the same, really. As we go back to racing, and Pavo has had a brilliant restart here. Can he go up the inside? No, he can't. He's going to stay back for now. And he will wait for the next straight. As there's an overtake for PA, I need to ignore that. It's just a massive fucking faff, this Aston Martin. As we start lap 3 of this Austrian Grand Prix. Here goes Pavo. Trying the inside. I don't really understand what that's meant to be, but that is not a very good way of overtaking. What can Paul do though? In the Haas? Not Paul, I mean Fabio. I need to turn this off and put this back on. as Axel, Eddie, and Monumental are going side by side, both trying to overtake the Aston Martin. Monumental can't fight back Axel, who has flown through the field. He started near enough dead last. Now up to P8 as Power Hayes gets past the Williams of Monumental. As Mr. Pants also gets past Monumental. Does he have damage? He is really struggling here. Is the Williams driver. Really struggling. And here goes Jack Craig down the inside as well, as does Chimp. I don't know what's happened to Monumental here. As here, Silver thinks about going for it. Mr. Pants, though, he's overtaken him. Good move there from Chimp. As Mr. Pants is into the pits. Monumental isn't in the pits, but he has dropped down to last. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with him, but as a big fall off, as we've got a yellow flag. As who is it? I don't know who it is. Someone's gone off. As we've got a fight for the win then. Jenga Boy in this train. Nearly a four-way fight here as I keep going back and checking what's going on with Aspect. It's not even here. It's having a little fight with Kaya here actually. Go on, Kaya, send it. Fucking hell. Please stop having a fight with an AI, Kaya. Christ above. So Mr. Pants not had a great start. I presume he must have got damage. I'm not entirely sure what's happened to Monumental as well. I don't know if he's disconnected or something. As there's a yellow flag, it's Jack Craig, who I think has gone off circuit somewhere. Pavo, penalty so early on. It's only lap 5 here. As Aspect saying he needs an invite. I can try, but it is so quick. Quick. Please don't send it. You can stay back for just 1 minute. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Aspect. As Jack Craig has gone off. I'm not sure what's happened with him. Has he retired in the pits, Mr. Craig? He has. That's against the rules. I will be having words. Kai is actually battling the AI. I can't be fucked, man. Still a three-way battle though for the lead of the race. Slap 5, Jack. Come on. Thought you were better than this. So start lap 6. The yellow flag's gone right when they get round, so it won't stop overtaking. 2. Badly Jenga's, I think, running out of ERS. Kai is still fighting this fucking AI, seriously? Silver and Axel going side by side, the two technically teammates. They're not really teammates as such. Because what's his face? Chimp. He is a reserve. So what happens with him is what happens to Kaya, seriously. The AI I think is on 60, by the way. As George says he's been desynced, he's now disconnected. I think we might need to get a new host here because everyone and their mums are fucking disconnecting. Yeah, this isn't. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Aspect, please join back for the love of God, just to get rid of your AI so Kaya isn't getting held up. As Pavo has gone straight on. Is his steering stopped working or something? What is going on here? I don't know. We will watch him disappear. It looks like his wheel stopped working there. It just didn't steer. He is on wheel as he's now DNF'd out of the session. Fucking hell, lads. That's 3 DNFs in 7 laps. Anyway, now we have a fight on our hands. Paul versus Jenga from Sylvan from Cam. Power Hayes fighting Axel Eddie for P8. Oh, please tell me his AI is not coming back on circuit, isn't? Okay. I will be having words with Cameron because quite frankly, the uh, desync we've had here is not. It's not been it. It's unfortunate. I can't do anything about it. Can I invite? I know this is getting in the way of the stream, but he needs inviting back. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Get him invited back if he's going to join. Suddenly got very dark in the mountains. Here goes Chimp. Ryan's ran out of ERS. Pretty easy move there from the Mercedes. So yeah, it's kind of a bit quieter now up front. Can Jenga stay with Paul? We will see. Here is Ryan. Can he get past Chimp? As Schengen has typing, so I presume that's probably him saying my wheel just broke or something like that. Yeah, 14 runners left in the session. Jenga's, I think, just missed out on the overtake. That's Sylvan. But he's in P2, so he's got pace. These guys definitely have pace. That's why they're up front, to be fair. Is Ryan going to be able to stick with Chimp? I think he's just about got the boost. All the gaps are kind of all cleared up, really. Shuan says, "Oh, we were pulling away with Paul with me pacing and having more pace. Very much going to shoot for win. Wheel disconnected into the braking zone." Which isn't great for him. I thought it had. But yes, that's both Aston Martins pretty much out of the race. Meanwhile, Chimp is absolutely flying out there, and he's on hard. Well, everyone's on hards now. I think about it. Everyone apart from Axel Eddy and Kaya now. Jenga Boy, 3-second time penalty, not what he wants in his race. But yeah, Chimp looking like he's got good pace. He said he would start at the back of the grid because he wanted to have a bit of fun, and instead he has started from the back and he's gained a total of 11 positions, which is very good on his side. Only 2 penalties, Jenga and Jake. So yeah, kind of a bit quiet at the moment. I think Sylvan is slightly quicker than Jenga right now. So let's see what Sylvan can do. Can he get himself P2 in this race? Can he win? Like, if he's got enough pace, can he overtake Paul? I don't know. It's a bit of an ask, to be fair, because Paul is rapid, but so is Chimp at the same time. He is catching Ewan fairly quickly. Here. So keep an eye on them. They're all running fairly low fuel, apart from Sylvan. I'm quite surprised by the fact Sylvan's not running low fuel, as that is Jenga, who has spun himself near enough, and he loses the place from Sylvan. I'm not sure he's going to be too happy. Are those tyres already going off? I presume the reason why they're all on hards is because it's going to rain. That's my guess, as Jake has caught up to Monumental. Monumental, who started really high, but unless he's an AI, I think he might be. Oh, of course, he fucking disconnected. Yeah, there we go. Jake on side by side with a Monumental. It's an AI, should be an easy move. The AIs do try and fight back. My game is frozen. Oh, there we go, we're back. Something happened with Jenga and Sylvan. Couldn't tell you because the game froze. Fucking brilliant. But okay, Jenga does have pace to him, after all. So let's see what goes on. Is this decent cam? Is it Me, I couldn't tell you. I might have to start hosting or ask Jack for maybe hosting. I need to ask someone for fucking host because I don't think Cam's Wi-Fi. Is that rain? Is that rain I see on the sky? It is. That'll be why the fucking game's lagging. Well, my guess. So rain is now falling all around us as it's not Michael Bublé. I don't know who it is who sings that song. Snow, but either way, it's rain. Um, so yeah, Jack says we'll disconnected. Oh no, that's not Jack Craig. That's another Jack, who I believe is Pavo. He's got three names, does Pavo? Anyway, Jake, not fastest lap, a 3 second time penalty once again. It is getting wet on the circuit. I can't tell you how wet because I don't have the settings on correctly. Let me put that on really, really, really quickly. Particles, will it be on? Weather effects. Put that on high. Please don't break it. I think we're fine. Not that it's changed much. As Jenga's round wide. Power Hayes 3 second time penalty, and that is Ryan into the pit lane. Very slowly and has still sped into the pit lane. I presume he will be the first one to make the move on to the wet tyres. That's my guess. Look at these guys. They're all wheel spinning. I think Ryan's done the right thing. I think it isn't too early. These guys are sliding everywhere. And who's that? That is Cam Rules, who has spun on the straight. Now, you don't want to be doing that. And you definitely don't want to be sitting on the side of the road because that's where the dry line won't be. As Jake also pits. Let's see how Ryan is doing. I think he is matching Axel, as that is Ewan now spinning off. These guys are really struggling. Oh, that's a dangerous rejoin there from Ewan. Oh, these guys are struggling so much. I haven't seen so many spins before in my life as everyone of the front runners, and I presume everyone will be pitting as, who was that? I think that's Cam. He's got front wing damage. He's got to really slowly tiptoe back to the pit lane. He's not going to be impressed. But everyone sliding about. If you fuck up the buttons, your race really would be ruined. But I presume everyone is okay. Cam's going to have to get a front wing change. He is not going to be happy. Ryan, meanwhile, he has absolutely cooked a feast because he's going to gain a few positions from all the guys who have spun and all that. So let's see what happens. He was, I think, 8th. He is now 7th. Can he get Cam? I think he has, He has. He's up to P6. Great call from Ryan there. Absolutely brilliant from the Hassman. So, gaps have now changed big time because everyone practically spun. I think nearly everyone apart from Paul and Sylvan. As Aspect indicates, Mr. Pants has stayed out. Interesting from the McLaren man. Don't really know what this call is, but he's trying something different, I guess. Is there any gaps? Here you go, Axel Eddie. He's on the back of Cam, who's on the back of Power Hayes. So Cam's got a lot of building up to do. As Sylvain Vessier, 3 second time penalty. Unlucky for him, but yes, 3 drivers within 2 seconds of each other. What we like to see. Yeah, this race has been fucking chaos. Absolutely chaos. To say the least. Yeah, let's see what Cams can do then. Can he get past Power Hayes? Hayes, who had a brilliant pace in Bahrain, has slightly fallen back tonight though. With Ewan and Chimps, Sylvan's seemingly quicker than him. Cam potentially quicker than him as well. It's not been a better race for Power Hayes, but yeah, I can't tell if this is me. I think I might move to PlayStation for the foreseeable as well because I have a feeling this could be from both sides. I don't know. I need to speak to Cam about it, but the screen freezes aren't making me feel any better. Mr. Pants comes out behind Kaya. These two had a great squabble last time in Bahrain, so we will keep an eye on this actually. Because we've also got Jake coming up behind him. Let's see what Kaya can do then. Mr. Pants gonna use the... Of course, you don't have overtake. Dumb. I don't agree with that at all. But it means that racing is slightly harder. Jenga Boy, another 3-second time penalty. Not what he wants in his race. As Kaya wiggling all over the pits. Here we go, Mr. Pants down the inside. Kaya leaves it room, little bit of wheel banging, nothing too bad. Axel into the pit lane. I'm not entirely sure what his strategy is. Did he spin or something like that? He retires in the pit lane. Here goes Mr. Pants. He can't go around the outside. Surely Kaya's not going to let him do that. He isn't. He's going to sit back. We're now Kaya getting a little bit wiggly though. Wide again. Mr. Pants goes the inside and they've crashed. Oh dear Kaya, that was a little bit too aggressive. And that is front wing damage for the pair of them. And it is another VSC, which is unfortunate as Axel's car comes back on track. I don't think should be an issue for these guys. Any pit stops? I don't imagine so. That's unfortunate. I reckon that might be a report from Mr. Pants because that was a little bit too naughty. Aspect saying, I can't complain about my car being in the way if you're not inviting me. Aspect says, I have invited you. I invited you already, but I can invite you again. I don't... Oh, hang on. Here we go. Round 2 between these two. They both might not be having front wings, but they're going to give it a go anyway as they go side by side. Who's going to get the exit? Kai is going to try and go around the outside here. Surely Mr. Pants has him. Oh, just as we've got Power Haze and Ryan now in the pit lane. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, did they speed in the pit lane or something? Not speed in the pit lane. Drive-throughs? Something's happened. I know Ryan got a 10-second time penalty. He's served that. I don't personally see why he's done that. Mr. Pants is carrying on without the front wing. So is Kaya. Aspects AI, by the way. Once again, fighting Kaya's AI. As Jake and Ryan now going side by side. Jake's going to go round the outside. Ryan's going to try and send it. Good move from Jake. If he keeps this, he does. He makes the move into 8th. Chimp now in the pit lane. These are very early pit stops. Oh, he had a drive-through. Oh my god, these guys really all get drive-throughs. Cam also with a drive-through penalty. Deary me, boys. Deary fucking me. That's Cam now who's going to have to take a penalty. Cam's especially, his race goes from bad to worse here. Let me invite Aspect again. If I can find him. Which I've already invited him. He is not on this list. So I don't know what to say. But anyway, Cam comes out in 7th place. We've got a wild fight here for P8. Meanwhile, as Jake and Ryan going at it. And we've also got Mr. Pants, Kaya, and Aspect. All fighting for P10. Aspect 2 isn't in the session. Yeah, so I do wonder how the drive-throughs happened. That was a lot of drive-throughs. Yeah, that was Chimp and Cam both having drive-throughs. And I have a feeling someone else had one as well, going by the fact that there was more people in the pits, but yeah, sure. Let's see what Ryan and Jake can do then for the fight for P8. as we are on lap 19. Paul has a fat gap to everyone. What is the gap? Jesus, look at that. He's a minute ahead of everyone up to 8th. Nearly 7th even. The thing is, his pace is like compared to Jenga's gap. Like these three, their pace aren't bad. Ewan had an incident. He had the spin. Chimp had a spin. Power Haze, I think managed to keep it on circuit, but in general, it's just been a bit behind. Are we going to see him overtake here from Ryan? Has a look, slight look. Thinks better of it. Chimp obviously has pace. He had a spin. Cam had a spin. And then these guys down here rather had a spin, had a crash. There's these two, these two rivaling again, by the way. It's nice to see, but I think Kaya went a little bit on the extreme with the defense. I have a feeling that might be a penalty for the Dark Shadow 012121 driver. The DB driver, by the way, I believe Jack Craig has made a team, and Cam and Kaya both in that team as Ryan. I think it's probably just picked up a warning there. Very silly warning to get. And he's ran wide, but he's going to keep it on circuit this time. But this is the closest fight on circuit right now. Saying that, Kaya has caught up to Mr. Pants. Does Kaya actually have any front wing? Did he? He managed to get away with that? He managed to wipe him out and still get no damage. Fucking Christ, this game. He should be the one with more damage. But okay, anyways. I'm glad we didn't put simulation on, because otherwise half the grid wouldn't be on this grid. It would be half a grid if that. Especially with the likes of Cam spinning, Chimp spinning, Ewan spinning, Jenga having his spin. They all had moments out there. Moments which I didn't expect, to say the least. I didn't realise these guys are dumb and don't know when to pit, but you know, Kaya managed to stick on track. Just saying, Kaya managed to stay on circuit despite the fact he was on the wrong tyres. Well done, Kaya. Go on, son. This is why you're the greatest of all time. Power Hayes, another 3-second time penalty. As it stands, I think Cam will finish ahead of him. Cam's really, like, considering everything which has happened to him, he's just been in no man's land. He's not really had a fight with anyone. He's rather got a penalty or a spin, but he's not been nowhere near anyone. Mr. Pants gets a 3-second time penalty. With that front wing damage, I'm hardly surprised. Kaya hasn't got a time penalty though. Bear in mind, again, I've completely forgot to say, you can get points for not getting any penalties. As it stands, it will be Paul, Big Boy Juan, Silver, Cam, Dark Shadow, Aspect, and Monumental all getting those points. So, yes, who's getting the hard charger? Point. It will be Chimp by a significant amount. He will get, I think it's 3 points for that. So, I mean, he's reserved, so I don't know how it stands, but yeah. Let's see. Didn't mean to turn my wheel on then. Keep an eye on these two, by the way. Kaya is like matching his times. Man, I feel bad for Mr. Pants though. Like, the guy just wants to have a clean battle, and instead Kaya just fucks him up every time. Rather shoves him off the circuit or shoves him into the walls. Shoving on circuit, completely allowed. But the... Oh, hang on, something's happened up here, by the way. The shoving into a wall, probably not. I encourage hard racing, but not putting him hard into the wall. By the way, Jenga has caught a load of time to Sylvan. Not entirely sure what's happened there. We'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Ryan... Ooh, Ryan's gonna send it on Jake. Contact made, but I think they're both okay. Meanwhile, Paul is lapping people now, so yeah. As Jenga down the inside of Sylvan Vesio. Can Sylvan fight it? No, he can't get the traction. I think Sylvan must have had some sort of moment or something because yeah, he was like 3 seconds ahead of Jenga. He's now behind him. Um, so apologies, I didn't catch that. Meanwhile, this fight for P8 is still heating up. Um, yeah, I wish that the yellow flags would like show up a little bit more because there must have been one moment. I don't see Sylvan slowing down intentionally. He's not the type of guy. He wants his fucking places. Um, so yeah, will Ryan be able to do anything right now? Stays behind for now. But yeah, these two fighting for the last 5 to 6 laps. Can he make a move? He sits back for now. Oh, he's run into the back of him. Shouldn't be any damage though. I believe the damage is on reduced. It should be anyway, unless Cam's fucked it up again with a formation lap. Words will be said about moments like that. Because yeah, I don't think Cam's hosting has been incredible. He's gonna be watching this and going, oh, brother, sort at least the settings right. Come on. Meanwhile, Paul is coming up to lap his teammate. So, yeah, blue flags are now out for them. Oh, he's having a slide. He needs to be careful. If he spins by himself in the lead of the race, that'll be one hell of a moment to put on the TikTok. Which, by the way, I do apologize. We haven't posted anything on the TikTok. It is quite, I don't really know how to do it. These guys need to be careful. Not how to do it. I know how to use TikTok, but I need to find the right clips. Been a busy week. Blue flags are out. If I'm Ryan, I'm letting Paul through and then taking advantage of it. Issue being, they're also in a fight of their own here. So it's one of those moments. Paul is going to have to sit back. He's going to send it on his teammate there. I don't think Ryan wanted to do that. And Ryan's fighting it. Here we fucking go. Go on, Ryan, son. He's going to fight his teammate, even if it's a lap down. Doesn't even realise that's a lap. Maybe he thinks it's a glitch. Down the inside, Paul goes. Bit of bit of racing for you. So yes, if I'm Ryan now, I'm taking advantage of this. Jake has been given a 10-second time penalty for ignoring blue flags. That is what I meant. You take advantage of these moments, because if he doesn't let... Oh, it's got that made. Just about getting away. That's the third bit of contact they've had. Meanwhile, Kaya right on the back of Mr. Pants, who I feel like his head's probably gone. Maybe both their heads are gone, who knows, but fight at the bottom half is really heating up. Intrigued to see what happens between all four of them, really. If Kaya gets past Mr. Pants, can he get these guys in 8th and 9th? With penalties, maybe. Here we go then. Lap 26 out of 36. Here goes Ryan again. Down the inside, a bit of desync there. And he can't make the move, probably because of the desync. More blue flags. I presume that's not for them. It is for them. It's Jenga now coming up to lap them. But again, these guys want to be doing... They want to be fighting. They don't want to be stuck behind the leaders. Now the leaders are going to say, "Oh, well, the ghosting shouldn't be on. Ghosting shouldn't be on off because it could be ruining my races." But at the same time, realism, boys. You know what I mean? It's also helped Mr. Pants in a good way here, as Ryan is getting close again. The issue is they're going to get lapped by Jenga and then Sylvan, and then after that, I think the lapping will probably stop. But yeah, I don't see Paul lapping Cam. There will, I imagine, be people complaining about Paul's pace, but you look at the gaps. Jenga was 20 seconds ahead. Would have been more had he not pit last week. The gaps are close. You know, Sylvan's up there. Everyone else have had moments, so I can't say this person should be booted because it's not all pace. Paul's led from start to finish, but Um, again, they've all had moments. As here's a little fight, by the way. I'm going to cut off these guys very quickly. Chimp and Ewan. These guys coming up to each other nicely. I must say, I said this last week. I think I love the Cadillac. It is beautiful. Um, but here is Ryan. Ryan, who has ran wide into the gravel. Ooh, Sylvan's not going to be liking the view of that, that's for sure. And that kind of killed off the fight a little there. Axel has left the session. He left ages ago, to be honest. He must have been watching as Sylvan then probably screaming, "Move out the fucking way!" And he does let him through. So, yeah, this is a fight which is going to happen, by the way. Chimp! These guys both, I think, have raced in other leagues in the past, but never have they fought against each other, as Jake has been lapped by Jenga Boy. So it now none of these guys should be getting lapped anymore. So 8th upwards. And the gaps once again as we go to this fight. I do apologize if the commentary is really bad. It's just been such a messy day. Like, these guys need to be careful with their fuel, by the way. Chimp is significantly under, I think. So is Ewan. All of these guys are. Jesus. Apart from Paul. Paul, who seems to know everything about this game. Everyone still hasn't caught up their fuel. As Ryan, once again, getting close to passing Jake, but cannot yet. Mr. Pants has decided to pit. He's calling it a day on that front wing. He speeds into the pit lane. Not any better for him. Ewan gonna defend the inside, but here goes Chimp around the outside as Ewan is pitting. I presume that means the tyre wear's not great on the inters then, is my guess, because that's 2 of them in the pits. As Ryan then, will these guys get needy to need to pit? Will we have Paul have to pit because he's killed his tyres? Maybe. In which case, we could have a race on our hands. Power Hayes also into the pit lane. This is good news for Cam, to be fair, if he can make the tyres. Cam, by the way, who I know for a fact, really good tyre saver on this game. So keep an eye on him. He could be a threat here. By the way, me saying all about the lap cars, Power Hayes is now going to get lapped by Paul. It's just, I don't know what I can do with the gaps. Like, I don't want to boot everyone who's rapid out because it's just not fair. But at the same time, like, half the grid getting lapped, really? Like, I need to have discussions and see what we can do because I think we have, it is close between certain bits as Mr. Pants' 3-second time penalty. Ryan is now looking to be lapped by Sylvan. His Dark Shadow. Kaya is going into the pit lane. Ryan has gone deep. Sylvan once again probably screaming, "Blue flags, blue flags!" So there's a yellow flag. It's Ewan who has gone off. Why is he on dries? Oh, it's dried up. I didn't even notice that. I didn't realise they were going on hards. Well, Ewan has spun on his soft tyres as Chimp comes out in P4 then safely. Cam into the pits. Ryan has got himself a 10-second time penalty for ignoring blue flags. Sylvan must have been screaming his head off. Kaya and Mr. Pants onto the medium compound tyre. Ewan, a 3-second time penalty, and he's into the wall again. He is not having a good time with those soft tyres. He has to be careful that he doesn't come out in front of anyone dangerously. Oh, something tells me someone's head might be gone. Mr. Pants has DNF'd. His car's still moving. Has he done that? I can't tell what's going on here. Mr. Pants has left the session. It's unfortunate. Jake and Ryan both serving 10-second time penalties. Now, everyone's spinning. Ewan he's surely got front wing damage from those spins. Surely. I'm surprised no safety cars came out with all the yellow flags as well, by the way. Kaya has jumped himself up to ninth. So is it dry enough for tyre? Like, everyone was having moments, but at the same time, they look to be the quicker tyre. I don't know, but I tell you what, Cam's in a good position to get fifth now because of you and spin. The AI, by the way, both the AIs are staying out, and the top three are staying out. Cam rules, 3-second time penalty. Now he has no choice. Oh no, maybe not. Powerhead's got. Oh, the rears are sliding. These guys are, yeah, struggling. Sylvan Vesia into the pit lane. Don't speed into the pit lane. Beautifully done by Sylvan. Are these guys going to have to pit? If I'm Jenga and Paul pits, I honestly would probably stay out. Sylvan comes out there. Mr. Pants has joined again. My guess is he's disconnected, and unfortunately, it's DNF'd his car, which is really unfortunate. Dark Shadow 3-second time penalty. There's not going to be a lot of points for the ooh. Aston Martin got a bit close. Silver 3-second time penalty. No one's getting this fucking corner cut in point at this rate as Sylvan runs into the back of an AI. So well done, Sylvan. Surely there's Paul, I think, going into the pit lane. What does Jenga do in this situation? If I'm Jenga, you've got to stay out. Fuck, what have you got to lose? There's a 20-second gap between you and the car behind. Is that you and not getting off? It is hit off again, and it is a front wing off as well. Jenga stays out, and I completely agree with that choice. If he gets a puncture, he's probably not going to lose much. What about, will Sylvan be able to do anything? I don't think he will. Ewan is carrying on without a front wing. There's no rules that say you can't, but probably not the greatest choice. Pool sliding off as well. Is it dry? I don't think it is. I think it is. It is literally still Inter's condition. I think Jenga, surely you don't pit if you're still pulling away from him. Any other fights? We've got Jake and Kaya as there is police coming to get me. In the background. Ooh, contact again. Kaya is not having a great time in this race. Has he got? He will currently stay in P9 regardless with the penalties. Will Jake send it up the inside? You know he will. Down the inside. It's gone a bit too deep though. Kaya gets the switch back. Pretty easy. Switch back to make, to be fair. As Chimp is coming towards these guys, so he's probably screaming in his cockpit. Oh my god, move out the way, man. Move out the way. Sorry, he's posh. Move out the way. You're really getting in the way. As he's moving out the way. Smart, in a sense that it probably could doing well. Meanwhile, Jenga Boy, 11-second gap. Now, presuming he doesn't get a puncture, he has pulled a masterclass. And you can thank me because if he's listening to the stream, thank me later. What can I say? I am that guy. I think Paul was quite silly. I would have waited for Jenga to have pitted. Because a 10-second gap he has to gain in the space of 2 laps. He needs Jenga to rather get a puncture or spin out. Unless he was close to getting a puncture, I really disagree with that choice. I thought he spun then. Yeah. Silly move, especially when AI are also staying out. Like, yeah. Will Jake be able to get Kaya then? Kaya who's managing to stick with Chimp here. As Paul, 3-second time penalty, I'm pretty sure Paul has had the biggest bottle in the entire league. I know there's only been a few races, but Ewan's gone off again. Aspects AI is getting P7. It's just, yeah, speak about the elephant in the room. It's not good. His result won't count though. So as it stands, Ewan will still be P7. Yeah, who's that coming up behind him? Is Sylvan Kaya another 3-second time penalty? Now Ewan has no reason to let him through. Ewan, to be fair, he will currently, as it stands, if he gets another 10-second time penalty or something, could lose the place to Kaya. So, oh, he's losing it again. He's really not having a good time with the traction these round again. And that is more front wing obliterated here from Ewan. That's a dangerous rejoin, but I don't think there's anyone coming up to him. Actually, Chimp is, but... Oh, he's had another spin. Something tells me this man's head is gone. There's not enough time for a safety car. They're on lap 34, by the way. It is lap 36, and Jenga's got himself a penalty. Ooh. Ooh, this could be interesting. Jenga's got 9 seconds. Paul has 3. We have this entire lap. Paul needs to gain a second on Jenga to get the win. I didn't realise the penalty situation here. He's going to catch him, I think. It's 5 seconds. I think Paul, even with the strategy fuck up, I think he's got him. I think there's no way he hasn't. It's been a good drive from both of them. You could argue that Paul doesn't really deserve this, to be honest, with that fuck up. Then again, he has led from start to finish. And Jenga has ran out of fuel. This man's fuel management really is not it, I've heard. And Jenga has also half spun. He's going to come back on the track, but it's not going to matter. Paul takes the win. Jenga gets P2, runs out of fuel in the meantime. Is anyone else going to run out of fuel here? Cam will finish in P6. Dark Shadow is going to get P7. Ewan down in 11th. Yeah, his head's gone completely. Sylvan has ran out of fuel. Dearie me. It's not going to make a difference. I've realised that these guys don't know how to fuel manage. There is a Mercedes of Chimp who has gone off because he's ran out of fuel as well. I don't think Power Hayes has enough in him to get him. Meanwhile, Kaya is just about going to hang on to P8. Just about get P8. And Ryan gets him through penalties. Chimp just about gets P4, really. It's only fuel. I think, honestly, Power Hayes is the only person who's managed his ERS well as Ewan. Cruising along. Nearly spins again. So Power Hayes will get P5. Good drive from him, all things considered. And Ewan, at least he finished till the end, right? Like, he didn't DNF. He managed to get it till the end, but he won't be happy. He still gets points, though. And yeah, but it is Paul who wins a very chaotic Austrian Grand Prix. There is definitely things we need to look at. Yeah. Because it was very chaotic. Indeed. Kaya has apologised to Mr. Pants. Something tells me if I was him, I'd report him. By looks of it, no one's had any issues with the ERS. It's just been realistic, which is what we want to see. And we actually have particles. We have champagne. And they are getting ejaculated with the white stuff, the champagne. Don't have your mind ruined. Don't be dirty. So, race winner Paul, fastest lap Paul, driver of the day Silver, most overtakes Silver. He's got the most overtakes in this race, I believe, and cleanest driver Paul, despite having a few moments. So Paul wins. To Jenga Boy, to Sylvan, from Chimp, from Power Hayes, from Cam, who had so many moments. I'm surprised he's 6th. Aspect 7th, Kaya 8th, Ryan Lat 9th, Jake 10th, Monumental 11th, Big Boy Joe 12th, Mr. Pants 13th, Axel and Pavo, Jack Craig and Boss Blue all DNF'd. Aspect and Monumental will not get points because they were not in the race in the entirety of the race, actually. Yes, there's definitely things to be looked into because that was not a shit show, but for example, the hosting was fucking diabolical. The retiring in the pits is clearly in the rules that it's a big no-no. Where is it? You get 5 points deducted if you retire in the pits. So Jack, Mr. Pants might get away with it because I think he did disconnect. But yeah. Anyways, that is your race for today. I do apologize if it's been a bit crap. My commentating's not been great. It's been a long fucking week, and then with the hosting and shit, it's just not made it any better. But I'm gonna stop waffling in your ear because it has been nearly 2 hours, I think. In fact, I think it's been more than that. Jesus, how long has it been? Oh no, 1 hour and a half. Okay, maybe not. But anyway, we will see you next week. You won't see me next week. I don't know if there will be commentary next week. We will find out. It all depends on driver numbers. If anyone's up to doing commentary, it won't be me. I'm at concert, so yeah. And hopefully we might have better connection stability, because yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week in Texas. Have a good rest of your night.